Hello. What's up, VA Moon? Good to see you. Same to you. I was dragging butt today. It was a typical Monday for me. Yeah, I feel you. I didn't even go out today. I usually get up early and go hit my usual spots and do my walks and do a video. Today I didn't do it. Yeah, there is. It's overwhelming. It can really it draws me down. It drains me. Some days that when I get back to the truck, I just gotta sit there. Yeah. What state are you in, VA man? Virginia. Thank you. What did I do yesterday? I can't even remember where I went. Oh, I went a lot of places yesterday. Phew. Hey, Janelle, you made it. Hello, hello, hello. Miss Linda G. Mrs. Linda G. You can tell I'm tired. Alexander, my son just got hired at Alexander Fire, paid firefighter. That's awesome, Janelle. I'm glad you made it on. How's everybody doing this evening? Am I too early? Hey, Trish. I think I just talked to you. Yeah, yeah, VA Moon. My son, he's junior. He's Bill Junior. He's so excited. He starts the academy in Alexandria, Virginia. I think in September. Yep, girl power. That's right. Some powerful girls. Yeah, that's true, VA Moon. That's true. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, we have some powerful ladies in here tonight. That's for sure. You guys keep me on track. I just wanted to jump on real quick and give you guys an update on my camera. I got some bad news and I got some good news. So I'll take the good news over the bad news anytime. But I wanted to I wanted to let you guys know that I found out where my camera was. Jen, Mrs. Linda said hello to you and Haley. She said hello. So my wife Jen, she emailed the company for where we ordered the camera. Of course, we didn't get anything back, so then we contacted the people that was delivering FedEx. Well, they sent my camera to the wrong address, three houses up, and yeah, yeah, I just found out. I got word today where it was at, and it was sent back. Well, it had my address on the box, and I don't know. I'm not going to knock anybody or say anything bad, but if I get a package with somebody else's address and I'm familiar with it, or it's on the same street, I'm gonna take it up and knock on the door. Well, they sent it back, and I hope it goes back because it's like $3,300, and I mean I got insurance on it and all, but it still worries me. But Jen did get an email back, and they said that it's good, everything's fine. If it doesn't, that they'll take care of that. But I ordered another one, and I'll have it in 3 days. I went through another company, so I keep my fingers crossed that it comes in 3 days because the last one was supposed to be here in 2 weeks, and as you know, no show. Yes, that's right, Mrs. Linda. Yep. And actually, I know the farmer, and he knows me. That was the crazy thing. Long Island Bigfoot, what's up, my brother? Hope you're doing all right, my man. I have the babies this week, so I'm a little. Yeah, I feel you, Mike. I feel you, brother. I've been a little swamped myself. Now my dad. That's another thing. Um, I consider the camera good news, and the bad news is now I'll share with you guys. My dad come down with a fever overnight last night, and he's not feeling well. So that's why I didn't go out today and do any video. And so I don't. I have a few videos I thought about sticking up, but they're past date. But yeah, he's not. Dad's under the weather, and we have 9 days until his eye surgery. So I hope we can get him nursed back to health and get him ready for the eye surgery. Because if not, he's gonna have, he's gonna be down even longer, not being able to see. Thank you, Janelle. Hey, Sherry, Emily, good to see you. I'm glad you made it. Oh, I had a wonderful day. It was a long day, Sherry, but it was good. I look at it like this: every day that my eyes open, it's a beautiful day. You doing good, brother Mike? Besides being swamped, how's your rash coming along? Maybe I shouldn't have asked that on live. I'm an airhead sometimes. My apologies. I'll text you later. I don't think all the time. Sorry. Just knocked me in the head. Yeah, I feel that, Mrs. Linda. I say that too. I was thinking that earlier. Of course, it's the first thing he said to me this morning when I took him a coffee, and I thought we were going to go out, and do our normal ride and go see a couple of his friends, and he said, "I'm not feeling good today." And I said, "What's wrong?" He said, "Well, I got a fever, and I've got the aches." And I said, "Oh my." And he said, "But I'm worried about my surgery." And I said, "Well, don't worry about that, Pop." I said, "We're going to get that taken care of." And he said, "I hope so." So he just turned 72 February 12th, and I don't know. I see him worrying more and more these days. I mean, he's had a lot of health issues in the last year. Um, he's been through a lot. He had a aorta of the aneurysm of the aorta. I'm sorry, good lord, and it almost killed him. It got to 8 centimeters, as big as the top of his arm, and I had to rush him to the hospital, lights, sirens, the whole nine, because I had him with me. And he said that's the fastest he ever been in a vehicle. But I got him to the hospital, and I got Maryland State to fly him out, and they took him to Washington Heart Center and took care of him. 6 hour surgery. Hey, Larry, good to see you. Glad you made it. But yeah, we get this eye out of the way, and he'll be good. I think he's going to be fine. I know he is. He's going to be fine. Got a great bunch of people behind us. Every one of you guys, you give us your blessings, and you can't ask for no more than that. The good Lord's watching over all of us, and that's all you can ask for. Janelle, you caught any more fish? Have you been fishing? It's cold here, all over again. That's good, Larry. I'm glad to hear it, brother. Glad to hear it. Yeah. Oh my, Janelle, we had 40-mile-an-hour gusts the other day, and today it was 10 to 12 with a gust of 15. I'm so ready. They said by Wednesday and Thursday we're supposed to be mid 60s to upper 70s. I think Friday, Saturday though, I think it's supposed to get cold again. But I'm gonna try to get some crappie fishing in Wednesday and Thursday. Uh, they're tearing the snakehead up and the crappie and the yep, the white perch. We finally got a small run of white perch up the river. So I'm gonna jump on them as quick as I can as soon as the weather allows it and get pop squared away. Mrs. Linda, you tell RG I said hello. I'm thinking about it. Okay, ordering a computer battery. We just had to get another screen for ours. A monitor, I guess you call it. I don't know nothing about them. Yeah, we catch scallops here. They're called bay scallops, but I ain't too keen on them, Larry. I like the ocean scallops better. They're not as salty, believe it or not. You would think an ocean scallop would be saltier, but a Chesapeake bay scallop is way saltier. Now, I can handle some oysters out of the bay and river. They're really good. Going camping this weekend, so hopefully. Oh, that's great to know. I haven't been camping, and man, that's probably been months. Well, I used to go to Quebec, Canada, and go bear hunting and stay up there for 7 days. I'd split the seven and bow hunt, and then I would go northern pike fishing. And I haven't done that in a couple years, but I always got a summer camp in and then a winter camp. But I haven't done it. I'm looking to do it though. I can't wait now that I'm retired. 60s here in Central Florida. Okay, where's my sister at? My sister's in Florida. She works for Homeland Security. She works at the airport right now doing. She works a drug dog. I think in luggage. But where is she? Ocala. She's in Ocala, Trish. Yeah, I know it. Watch out for it. Yeah, I know it, Larry. We got plenty of them here. There's plenty of DMs here. Oh my, and as tall as 10 foot. You got that right. Do you have a PayPal account? Are you asking me, Mrs. Linda? Oh, okay. That's awesome, Trish. I'll have to tell her. She's a busy girl. She's 6 years younger than me. She went through a divorce, got remarried, married a millionaire, and ran left Maryland and went to Florida and built a big old house on the canal and transferred her job and loving life. I think Jennifer does. I'll have to ask her. Why you want me to send you something? You all right? You need something? I don't mind. You know me. I oh I didn't. I'm sorry. I didn't know. I didn't mean to sound like that. I didn't know. I'm always worrying about everybody else. I'm sorry. Um, I mean, I guess is that all? I mean, I didn't know you could do that. I wouldn't. Okay, I got you. Yeah, the treat part of it would be nice. I mean, but I never knew you could do that. I didn't know that was okay. I didn't. Don't please don't laugh at me. I don't know anything about none of this. I just all I know is hit record and point it where I want to show you things and bring it back and what do you call it? Upload it. That's all I know. Uh, I didn't know. I'm in Ocala all the time. My best friend lives there. We travel together a lot. Know each other for. Oh wow, wow. Yeah. She was up here for all of her life up until about 6 years ago when they went down there. She married a guy named Ralph Yates, last name Yates. He was a paid firefighter, and then he started a crabbing business up here on the bay and hit it big, believe it or not, selling seafood and made a lot of money. And then he took married her and took off. But yeah. Oh, okay. Yep, we donate. Okay, I really, Jen, Miss Linda wants to know if we have a PayPal.
No, I have Venmo
Uh huh.
and Cash App.
Okay, come around here real quick. I'm gonna introduce you guys real quick to my wife, Jennifer. She likes to be called Jen. Come around, peek in. This is Jen. This is my beautiful wife. Almost 20 years. I'm not. I'm not lying. You're beautiful. Everybody said hello.
Hi. No, we have Venmo or Cash App.
Okay, Miss Linda, we have Venmo or Cash App. That's she
I
has
have
all that
PayPal.
stuff. I don't know anything about it, but I can get her to put it on my page. I would imagine. Miss Janelle says hello, Jen.
Hi.
She's a school bus driver,
Yeah,
aide.
you don't have Venmo or Cash App. I do.
Yeah, I don't have none of that. I couldn't begin. I wouldn't know how to.
No, you wouldn't. That's the honest God's truth.
Jen, make a PayPal account for him. Miss Linda said that.
PayPal?
Yep. Look it up. She
I
said
will.
it ain't nothing to it.
Okay.
They want to give me. They want to donate for treats and gas money
They want to donate gas money and
and treat
treats. Okay.
for the snacks for the
Oh yeah, because yeah.
Bigfoot.
Okay, I'll set up a PayPal account.
All right. See, I told you we're new to we're new to it. Yeah, Trish, it's I think right now it's 39 degrees here. It got up to 53 today, but it was only like the last hour before dark, and it's been doing that. That's how usually here. That's a sign of spring. That's how it usually gets up here. And yeah, Wade does, Larry. Yes, he does. Yep, he's Wade is about from my Calvert County property. He's about 30 miles from my 27 acres. And Eastern Shore, I guess he's probably 170 miles. He is cool. He uh he gets around. He has a hard time. I think he has problems with his legs, and but he does good for the shape he's in. Wade the Squatch Man, Southern Maryland Bigfoot. There's a group of researchers in Ocala and National Forest. Lots of act. Oh wow. Yeah, my sister did say that she saw something on online about a group down there. You're welcome, Janelle. RG, welcome, my brother. Good to see you. Yep, that's right, Mrs. Linda Martin is. Yep, I got to get back with him too. He sent me a video yesterday. That was a really, it was actually a really good video. People being visited by a Bigfoot family. Yes, Trish, that's what she told me. Yep. Um, my nephew, he just he's 20 years old. He has his own business. He just started his own business, and he follows up on the Bigfooters down there. Me too, RJ. I was so grateful and thankful that Mrs. Linda sent me that and told me what to do. And I wanted to get up there this morning and check it out, but I couldn't. I'm gonna get in there tomorrow morning and on my way over to Dad's and stop in there before I go to Dad's, just to feel the mood, see how things are, and see if they got all the treats. I know they did. They probably got them 10 minutes after I walked out. Ocala has many Bigfoot. I have a video from those researchers down there with a Bigfoot talking. Wow, wow, Larry. You know what, Larry? I think I heard something about that. Another researcher was telling me about that. You know, when I was putting the treats out the other day, I still say I named one Toby. I believe he's like the king of the crop. The king. He's the leader. And I heard a grunt behind me, and it made me. I don't know if I was bending over or just standing there talking, and it made me shut right up. I mean, I stiffened right up because I wasn't expecting it, and I'm talking 20 feet behind me, and it wasn't something. It wasn't like what is it called, infrasound. It was. I didn't feel it through my body like I have in the past, but I felt his presence. But the grunt was like, "We're here," not I they weren't mad at me. I didn't get that, but I did say that to them. I'm sorry if I upset you, or I'm here with love, bringing you some treats, and Everything was fine, and I kept hearing snaps as I walked away. I figured I'd give them a little bit of space. Wow, is that right, Larry? That's amazing. Larry, I've been in at the public land, and I hear talking, I hear conversations, and I don't know if it's the spirits or if it's Bigfoot, but I hear it. But it's always like from a distance or it's chatter. Yeah, Trish, they're always my neck and the hairs on my neck are always on end, and when I get goosebumps all over my arms, I know they're right there, and I see a lot more with my eyes than I do with the camera. Seem like, yeah, yeah, I think so. He doesn't have a real deep tone, but he has one deeper than the rest of the males in there, and let's see, I know of three other males in there, and they're not as deep as him, but I can tell that he sticks out. I've seen a lot of little people in your fishing. Yeah, yeah, Larry. Yep, yep. There's a ton going on, and I tell you what, I've been looking for lately. Mrs. Linda, she found the Indians, and I want to say about 4 months ago, I could have swore I seen a pair of Indians standing over across the creek on that hill where I always sit there and by the marsh reeds and video across the water at the public land. But I never saw it again. And then Mrs. Linda sent me some shots, and there they were. So it's usually in the gray area where the gray small saplings are. I see a lot over there. I see a lot of spirits, more so than I do anywhere else on that place. The little people look like are from. Yeah, they do, Larry. Yep, Mrs. Linda, that's right. Six Indians brave dance. Yep, yep. Yep. I see a lot of Native American looking beings. Yeah, yeah, Trish. Yep, yep. Well, see, I still haven't finished uh, researching it. I've been online trying to find as much as I can on it, but the Spanish came here and had a terrible, bloody war with the Indians, and they killed a lot of Indians. And every year, I think it's right around Fourth of July or I can't remember. I'm so horrible at dates, but uh, the town of Chestertown holds a tea party. Well, during the tea party, they have a reenactment. Why would you want to have a reenactment of one of the bloodiest battles that ever took place on the Eastern Shore? I don't get it. I've never even took part in it or gone and watched it, but I didn't know that it was that close to my property, and it could have very well bled over to my property. I don't know. I got to finish doing my research. They very well could have, Larry. I'm thinking that they did. I really do. Well, I really am. I'm really thinking that because I mean, a lot has gone on all around the other farms neighboring me, and we got 320 acres right there, and you guys only seen about 12 acres of it. Yeah, that's true, Larry. That's true. Lord knows they're right there with them. up at the public land too. I've seen them in that photo. You know, there was Bigfoot, Dogman, and the Indians. I mean, they were all hanging out. I thought somebody was pulling in here. I guess it was the neighbor pulling in his other driveway. Good idea. Yeah, talk to them during. Oh, I do. I do, Larry. I talk to them a lot. I just don't talk a lot on camera. Okay, Mrs. Linda, that's a good idea. Yep. And I'm gonna tell you, it really really is, it's a wonderful prayer. Okay. All right. Boy, I was really upset when he sent me that message the other day, Mr. Carson. That's so sad. That was really sad to hear, and I pleaded with him not to leave. You know, I didn't know if it was something I did or and then I reread it and then I realized what he was talking about. That's unfortunate. I hope it works out. Yeah, yeah. I guess that they like my energy, Larry. Hopefully, yeah, I do too. I do too. He used to come in and talk to me every night. Hopefully, he'll be back soon. I think I have his email, but I'm not 100%. I got to go back and look. I think he sent me some photos before. I got everything saved, starred, and I'll have to check it out. Actually, I have everything in a separate file, but yeah, I just learned how to do that. My daughter taught me that. I'm learning. Hey, Lenny, happy Monday to you. Good to see you. I'm glad you made it over tonight, this evening. We got a good crowd in here tonight. Some wonderful people. Thank you, Larry. I'm glad you're enjoying it. It's definitely a beautiful journey. I tell you. The only thing I wish I'd done different is I wish I'd have started it a long time ago, and that's the truth. Good to see you, Lenny. I appreciate all y'all coming on here tonight. I really do. It's good seeing everybody. Thank you, Trish. I really appreciate that. Yeah, that's right, Mrs. Linda. That's the truth there. I've learned that one. That's for sure. Yep. Well, I guess it's almost 8 o'clock. I guess I just wanted to get on here and say hello to everybody, and I miss everybody and love you guys. And I just wanted to let you know about the camera situation. And I do know this: we paid an extra 50 some dollars to have it here in 3 days. So I have a good feeling it's going to be here in 3 days, if not four. You know how the delivery thing is, but you know. No, I don't. I don't do that, Mrs. Linda. I do it because you're married. It don't have nothing to do with your age. Uh, Mrs. Linda keeps me straight. Between Mrs. Linda and Jen and Haley, I can't turn. I can't make the wrong turn. That's for sure. Sure, RG. That's right. That's right, Larry. That's right. Lord knows I don't feel my age. Not by a long shot. I still feel very young. I walk upwards of 5 miles a day, and I don't have no problem. But I also stayed fit, throughout my career. But I mean, don't get me wrong. I was in a bad accident, 2001. I got rods in my back, but you never know it. I don't take any medication, and you know, I do get shots, 6 to 8 months. There you go, Larry. That's right. That's right. My oldest child is 28, and now he can outdo me, but I got those short bursts in me. If I can't get it done in a minute or two, I ain't doing it. I'm a scouter. Oh, okay. Wow, that's some hard work, ain't it, Larry? The hardest thing I did was tote around a vest and a gun and chase a couple people 20 years ago. New York City. Wow. Wow. I went up there towards the end of my career and after a fugitive brought him back. You know, that's a fast place. I tell you, I couldn't keep up. I was standing on the street corner up there and just watching. I mean, my head was just going, I couldn't do it every day. Of course, city people's for, I mean, city is for city people. I've always believed in countries for country. But do you, Larry? Yeah. I don't mind visiting. I was born in the city. I was born in Baltimore City, but uh, I don't know. We lived there maybe, I think mom and daddy said a couple years, and then daddy took us south and never looked back until I was old enough to go to work. And then, I worked up in the city a lot. Aria, what part you thinking about heading to, Larry? Or what state? I've been thinking about selling one of the farms and just going further south. I thought about going down by Mrs. Linda. Uh, I got a friend that's in Beaumont, Texas, and then Jen has uncle, um, Tommy Grantham. He lives in Fort Worth, I believe. I don't know, Fort Worth, Texas, or Dallas. I can't remember. I was just talking to Mrs. Linda about it the other night. Where's
He's right by Fort Hood Army Base.
Fort Hood Army Base? That's where her uncle's at. But we were talking about going down there one time. Oh, I declined work insurance claims when Hurricane Sandy hit because New York isn't okay. Oh, okay. Huh. Waco. That's right, Mrs. Linda. You did tell me that. I told you my mind is Very short. North Carolina. Okay. We looked at property down there. North Carolina, South Carolina, Florida. We were looking to move to Homosassa, Florida, there for a while, and then I saw where it was a lot of horse farms down there, and I wanted to look, and the property down there wasn't too bad 6, 7 years ago, price wise. But we still have one in school, so we got a what is that now? I like Kristen, Florida. I'm on the West Coast, been in Oregon for 22 years. We love it here. Oh, that's awesome. I don't think I've ever met anybody from Oregon. That's pretty wild. I just that's exactly where we were looking, Homosassa Springs. Yep, isn't that something? It's a small world when you get talking. You need coins and Dustin. Coins. I'm slow too. White sand. Yeah, yeah. I worked with a federal officer that was out of Homosassa, and he was the one that turned me on. We both worked fugitive task force together, and he was down there getting ready to retire. He had just bought 30 acres down there. We're only 30 minutes from Mount Hood. Oh wow, Sandy River there, big with Bigfoot. No kid. Yeah, I've read that. Yes. Yep, I read that, Lenny. Destin is expensive. Oh, okay. Shoot, Maryland's getting that way tax wise. I tell you, taxes here on a couple hundred acres, it'll run you almost $5,000 a year unless you're growing. If you got some agriculture going, you get a big tax break. But yeah, that's what my nephew told me, Trish. There's a lot of, he does a lot of fishing down there. Ex-son-in-law called, wants me to night yo-yo crappie fish with. Oh wow, I love crappie fishing. Ain't nothing like it. Go do audios for Miss Linda, something else. Miss Linda wants me to night yo-yo crappie fish with me. Cal, Cal area in Marion County has a lot of beautiful springs, water, 70. Oh wow, I didn't know that. Huh. I'm gonna have to talk to my sister about 1 acre here in Smith Long Island. It's like, good lord, man, Larry. I thought it was bad here, but 29,000 for an acre. I think here the average is about 6,900 right now. About 4 or 5 years ago, it was about $1,700 an acre. That's how much it's gone up in just that little bit of time. I want to visit Destin, Florida. There's a ton of dolphins, and you can swim with them. One of my bucket things. Oh yeah, it does sound fun, man. I tried once. DSR, hello, all the way from London, UK. Good to have you on. Yeah, 29,000 does suck. I thought 6,900 sucked. Linda, there's a lot of researchers that do. Yeah, I did. I read a lot of on the internet about the sightings they have out there. They have a ton of sightings out there, Lenny. How you doing, DSR? Good to see you. I think me and you were just having a conversation not too long ago, weren't we? About an hour and a half, 2 hours ago. Wow, we got a lot of people in here now. Hmm. Welcome everyone. So wonderful to see everybody on here at one time. It's awesome. I always feel like I'm bugging y'all. I always want to go live, but good thanks. Yes, we were. Yep. Everyone have a blessed evening. You too, Larry. Good seeing you, brother. You take it easy. Watch them ladders now. The reason why I say that is because I'm scared of heights. Well, anything over 20 feet. You too, brother. I have an acre for fishing camp for taxes. Wow. Wow, RG. I only dream of taxes that cheap. Wow. Thanks, Larry. You too. You know, we got a good bunch of folks here tonight. Wonderful bunch. I feel like I've known every one of y'all for my entire life. I get talking to y'all in the comments. I feel like I don't know, like we went to school together or something. We need to share screenshots with each other. I'd love to see everyone's pictures. Yes, yes, Trish, absolutely. And being you said that, Trish, that's good that you said that. You remind me, everybody that you get any of my videos or any of my if I can ever figure out how to put pictures up, um, you guys are welcome to do what you want with them. You can't you can't not do anything wrong with my stuff. I don't care. I love you guys looking at them and reviewing them. You guys want to take them and send them to somebody or whatever, it's fine. You have my permission. I love when everybody gets a hold of the videos and goes through them and shares them and talks about them. That's why I'm on here. I want everybody to get to hear the truth and see what's really under their nose, what's really living out here, because the government's not doing it. And I'm not a hater. You guys know me. I'm about the truth. Beaumont, you can gator hunt there. See, I don't know, I didn't know that. I just know people, I know a guy down there and he doesn't hunt. He does a little bit of fishing, but um and then I'm friends with a guy on TikTok that's homeless. His name is Josh Davis. And apparently he used to be a resident of or he was born and somewhat raised in North Carolina, and then he ended up in Beaumont. But I think he's been all over the United States. But maybe set up a slideshow with everyone picks, post it like a video. Oh, okay, Trish. I'll get my daughter to show me how to do it, or Jen. That's all it usually takes for me is one time, and I can, I can get the hang of it quick. Oh yeah, Gator does taste good, RG. I've had that down in the Carolinas. I had it. Yes, that was brilliant. Yeah, I've got so many pictures. I have a ton of pictures, but I tried, uploading them. And I can every now and again in my community tab, but they don't always offer you to do just pictures. You gotta, make a short, or you gotta, I don't know, it's crazy. Or you gotta do a shout out, or you know what I mean. I'm still learning. Oh, you do. You got well. That makes sense. Yeah, it's got a different texture to it. Gator does. I did notice that. We order from the Cajun food store. Oh man, we need one of those up here. We love Mexican. We love Cajun. I'm seafood fanatic. If I could eat seafood, crab legs, and shrimp 7 days a week and a steak, I'd be happy. My dad commercial crab and drove a truck all his life, and we ate crab 7 days a week and rockfish. Most restaurants serve it. Okay, we don't get too many gators over here, thank God. I always wondered that DSR, what you guys had over there as far as creatures and amongst everything else. That's on my bucket list. I'd love to go across the pond. I was born and raised in a way in Northern California in Sierras, up around Shasta Lake and Mount Shasta. In school, when we went to camp, we were always warned about Bigfoot now in Oregon. Oh, wow. Isn't that something, Lenny? There's a lot of researchers also have been uncovered, especially by the logging industry, that government working hard trying to cover up. Yeah, yep. I just read an article about that. Um, man, I can't think of his name right now. There's a researcher out there. He was hot and heavy on YouTube there for a couple years, and now he's not on there as much. I think he's writing a book, but he said he was going to take some time away from YouTube. But he did say he'd be back. I gotta look him up. I think LIB's friends with him too. We could send some tornadoes. Not my way. We get them here. They've recently released bison over. Oh wow! I know a guy that hunt. He used to hunt them. He'd pay big money to hunt them. I didn't see any sport in it myself. We have bison here in our state park. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Huh. RG, you're good. Mm, yeah, I lived in Utah back in the 80s. Wish I knew. Yeah, I bet there's big money in bison. Yeah, Lenny, I've heard that it is. Matter of fact, there's a farmer over on the shore in Maryland, here in Maryland, that he raises them, and he claimed he does well. I tell you what else is a big thing over here is a hog raising hogs. They make big money raising hogs over here and chickens. Most of the bison hunts are canned. What do you mean, RG? We have exterior, beautiful, fabulous. Oh wow, I've never had axes. There are bison in Payne's Prairie, which is between Ocala and Gainesville. Also wild horses. You guessed it, gators. Man, I'm learning something here tonight. I didn't know all that. What's it mean, can? Yeah, they buy and release one and charge for it. Oh yeah, yeah, RG, that's right. And over here, if you want to go on that farmer's place that raises them on the shore, I want to say it's like almost $6,000 to get one. To shoot one. That's crazy. Thank you, Janelle. Yeah, if you guys don't mind, hit that thumbs up for me. I appreciate it. I've never had Axis RG. Have never had it. Now you got my wheels turning. Now over here We have sick of deer, and you talking about you'd never eat another whitetail if you had a sicka. You talk about good, but they don't get very big. I think tops is about 80 to 100 pounds. Jen, set up that PayPal when you get a chance. Miss Linda's waiting. Holy moly. Yeah. Yeah, Lenny. That's what I heard another farmer saying. Uh, I was fishing, right where this guy was having a conversation with another fella, and he said that the guy, Lennox, Mr. Lennox, he charges somewhere upwards to 6,000 for a hunt. And I don't see where it's a hunt. You just walk out into the pasture and pick one, say, I want that one or that one, and you choose what you want to shoot it with, a bow or a crossbow or a rifle or a gun, or I think they even have a guy that comes out here and throws arrows or like what are those things called? Spears. But I still don't see nothing in it. I'm sure your sister knows where pain. Yeah, I'm gonna ask her about that. Yep, Trish, I'm gonna ask her. Deer chili tonight, man. You got me hungry now, Janelle. I ain't had any deer meat in over a month. Axis is the best deer meat I've had. Yep, it sounds good. I'm gonna check it out. Huge and spot. Are they similar to man? I had a friend of mine that went to Pennsylvania to a game farm. Fallow deer. I bet the chili was good. I've had deer meat a lot in my life, but not I. Oh, but not in chili. Yeah. Oh, it's good in chili and spaghetti and oh man, we ate it all kinds of ways growing up. My stomach is ground now, Archie. You're something. Yeah, me and my family grinding up. That doesn't sound like a true hunt, at least. A sport anyway, more like true. Yeah, that's right, Lenny. That's what it is. That's all it is a trophy hunt. Take it for what it is. A lot of lawyers and doctors and judges is what I hear goes over to his place. You know, they want that quick knockdown or whatever you want to call it. I don't know. I can't get involved in it myself. They are about the size of a white-tailed deer, but they have white spots. Okay, RG. Okay. I think fallows, I don't know, they get 400 pounds, I believe. I can't remember. I just know I remember hearing a guy I worked with, he used to go all the time up Pennsylvania to a game farm. He'd go up and kill a wild boar for $450, which was somewhere in the range of 275 to 300 pounds worth of meat. And then you could pick another animal. And I just never could get into it. I loved bow hunting deer and turkey hunting. That's all I did at the time. I don't do any of it now, but I like to fish. Man, deer chili sounds bomb. We grew up on deer and fish basically. Yeah, that's us, Lenny. I think white-tailed deer are beautiful. They are beautiful. I put a couple in the record books back in the late '80s or mid '90s. Actually, the axe is slightly larger than a whitetail, but not much. I got you, RG. I'm gonna check. I'm gonna look them up tonight. And El Paso, beautiful deer. Wow. Are they fast like a whitetail? They run fast. The only shooting I've ever done was on the on the PlayStation. I got it, Mrs. Linda. I'm gonna check it out. Simulating shooting's good too, DSR. That's how you learn. That's how they teach the kids in the military today. They claim simulating shooting, video games. That's how they teach them to fly drones too. We have a lot of elk here in Oregon. My brother's still in Bay Area, Cali. He lives to hunt and he loves to bow hunt elk up there in Central Oregon. I have elk hunted. Uh, I can't remember the name of the town of Montana, but it was on the right edge of Montana. I actually wasn't in Montana. We ended up in Montana. I used to go a lot of places with a taxidermist. I got into taxidermy work part time, mountain deer heads and fish, skin mounts, and I did that on the side. And they used to take me hunting all over the place, different states, Canada. I've been a lot of places hunting, but I think that's what ruined it for me. I just got burnt out from it. That's right. You don't DSR. That's right. I forgot about that. They're trying to push that here, but I don't see that happening. I think they'll cause a civil war before they'll get take everything away from us. Yes, I got the text. I didn't know whether I could hit it while I was on live or not, so I just let it go up. I'll check it when I get off. Thank you, Mrs. Linda. Very limited. There are a few clubs and there's clay pigeon shooting. Oh, okay. Sport trap. I used to like doing that on Wednesday nights. Place called Three Rivers. I used to get in some competition shooting. That was pretty fun. I don't do none of that anymore. Everything sits and collects dust. Yeah. I think they did take their guns. I know the law enforcement has guns over there, but because they come over here and train sometimes for certain things, bomb squad, stuff like that. Our godson, Texas, was a guy had him mount his old donkey. Oh wow! We did a beagle one time and put him in a basket for a lady. There's a Bill Bauer over. Wow, Mrs. Linda, that's cool.
Okay, I got PayPal set up.
Okay, Mrs. Linda, Jennifer got the PayPal sent up. Is it on my page?
Oh no,
Yeah, you got. Well, wait a minute now.
I don't know how to do that.
Okay, well, what do I do? Just tell them the name of the PayPal. What is it?
It's me, Jennifer, Mister.
It's Jennifer Mister, and
I don't.
that's it.
Yeah, it just says Jennifer, Mister.
Hold on. She said text it. Okay, can I stay on here? Um, wonder if I can stay on here and go into text messages because I don't want to say her number.
Yeah, I mean, I
Um,
know it just says send money, request money,
is it
set
all
up
run
your
together?
account to get paid, confirm your email, link a bank
Yeah, I believe
account,
so. I
link your
don't
cards.
DSR. I didn't realize about London with guns. U.S. I think would go crazy. Yeah, I forgot about London. Didn't you weren't allowed to have weapons over there or guns? Yeah, the whole Luke. Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right. DSR. Uh, no, I believe some of the cops do carry guns. I think the senior officers, or I don't know. I don't hold it to me. Jen Mister equals PayPal. Is that how you have it?
I don't.
Is you have your name done as Jen Mister or Jennifer?
It's Jennifer, Mister.
Jennifer Mister. Correct. It's Jennifer.
Yes.
Jennifer.
Yep. Say Jennifer Mister.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, I was wondering why my screen went. Thank you. Thank you. I had no idea. DSR. Woohoo! Mrs. Linda gets me going. She is something else. I was thinking about her earlier, sitting on the couch. I started laughing. The dog's looking at me. Mhm. There are gun units within the police. Yes, I knew. I knew I knew that, but I didn't know if it was just senior officers or right. I think they had tasers, right? Or no? Oh yeah, Lenny. Mrs. Linda is a wonderful person. So Bulls aren't great presence in the UK. No, it's top of the list. Too. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I just got Jen to order me a couple more cases. It's cheaper to order them online now than it is to walk into any gun shop. Yeah, DSR. Yep, special unit. Yeah, Janelle. Yep, 410s. I have some 3 inch. I got some 3 inch slugs, and I've got a bunch of bird loads. We call them snake loads, but um, I got a 410 that shoots straight as an arrow. It shoots like a rifle. It shoots slugs, and I got that thing when I was a teenager. What the doorbell ring went off.
I know it's kind of be one of the trucks or something going on. Yeah.
What you got? Yep, very true about ammo. Crazy. Who would ever think ammo sales would ever be like it is now? Yeah, that's right, Lenny. Yep. The only way you get a deal online, Lenny, is if you order more than a case. We tried Jennifer Mister. It says I have to copy and mobile a mobile number, or it says you have to type in a mobile number or email.
My mobile number, it's 410.
I'll text it. But go in there and check, make sure you got your email or your mobile number in your account.
I am now.
All right.
I'm getting
Okay, she's checking it now. RG.
Bridges. Bridges.
Marshall, how you doing, Marshall Joseph? Good to see you, man. Hello, Marion. Good to be here today. How's it going? It's going good. Typical Monday. How about you? DSR, I got a slingshot. Now, let me ask you something, DSR. How how much how much gun violence happens in the UK? Do you hear much of it on the news or on the streets? By black market or underground?
Yeah, it's got my email and my mobile number.
Okay. Mrs. Linda, Jennifer said she has it has her phone number and her email connected to it. Did you just put it in or was it already?
No, I set it up that way.
Okay. I got one of them RG. It'll knock a deer down. It's a Brazilian. Stabbings every day. Wow. It does happen, but it's rare. Normally organized crime. Okay. I got you. Mrs. Linda said thank you. She said thank you, Mrs. Linda. We have terrible gun violence here. We're about 30 miles from Baltimore City, and there's half a dozen people a night gets killed in the city. Maybe more. Summertime, it's crazy. I think they had something like 900 murders last year. Oh yeah, RG. They taking the weapons away from the good people and letting the bad people have them. It'll always be an underground black market. You're 100%. They'll just make the black market grow when they do that. Yeah, I've heard of the sheep squats. Yep, yep, Marshall. I've heard about that. Yep. Oh, I didn't know that, Mrs. Lundy. I didn't know Marshall was in Canada. Awesome. Do you guys have you have sheep squash out there? Squatch? Man, I can't even talk tonight. Do you have sheep squatch out there in Canada or up there in Canada, Marshall? I'm talking all over the top of myself. Hmm, Wore out. I don't know where my message. There to go. Wow, really? Are they real big? Wow. What does that say? I was glued to the. Yeah, Murdoch. Yep. I watched a little bit of it through my phone. DSR. Yep, same size. Wow, I didn't know that, Marshall. I think I've seen everything on our property bill. Just crazy. Wow. Oh, on my property. Yes, yes. I'm sorry, I misread that. I thought you were talking about something else. I'm sorry. Omar Jordan. I think that's Omar. OMR Jordan. Hello. Good to see you. Glad you made it over. Hello from Washington. Yeah, it was, Mrs. London. I think that surviving son need to be. Yeah, I do too. There's a lot that wasn't brought to the forefront on a lot of the evidence because they wouldn't allow it in there. But at the same time, he had done so much lying that hold on, let me see, that they were just fed up with him. They were doing everything they could to just to can the father. Glad I found you. Yeah, I'm glad. I'm happy for you, brother. I'm glad you made it over with us. We got a wonderful family in our community on this channel, and you'll really like it. I think. I'm watching from. Prince George, BC. Okay, I almost went hunting in British Columbia years ago. I don't know what parts. I can't remember now. It was over 25 years ago. But you guys have a lot of action up there in BC. I work on that. I worked on that case. He was guilty of that boat. Yeah. Yep. Miss Linda. Mrs. Linda. Yep. Okay. Now, how do we go to Jennifer Mister? I don't know. I know it's not all one. I don't think. I don't know. Maybe Mrs. Linda can help us with this. More will come out in the. Yeah. Yep. It will DSR. That's right. Prince George is a hot spot for sure. Yep. You got that right. I've read some things from there. That's the only reason I know. Cool, big time hunting buddy. I have a 7.7 Japanese Imperial that is very hard to find ammo for. Really? 7.7. I got a 30-40 Krig. I can't find bullets for it. It's like a 30-30 on steroids. It's got an internal clip or internal bullet housing. You just feed seven inside the action. Alaska is a hot spot too. Yes, yes, Lenny. It's more out there than I realized. Wow, gun packing, mama. Only rubber tip. Yeah, you can make your own ammo. Yeah, my dad used to reload, but as time went on, he couldn't see very well, and he got out of it. That's right. That's right, Lenny. And I think everybody should. I have another theory on it, but I feel like everybody should carry as long as you're adequate to. Yeah, reloading. That's well, everything. They've made it so hard to do anything as far as I don't know. If you pick something you like it and it's a hobby, they've raised the price on it. I don't care what it is. You pick anything anymore. You just can't have fun like you used to. You know, you want to go fishing today in Maryland, you go and stop and buy a dozen bloodworms. It'll cost you almost $20. It's crazy. Back in the '80s, a dozen of bloodworms was like 5.50. Now they're $20 a dozen. I grew up using a 30-40 Craig. Oh yeah, that was my favorite. That was my favorite deer rifle. I used that rifle for many years. I bought that gun for $100, and I thought I paid too much for it until I used it. Yes, I used to have a lot of. Actually, I still have some armor piercings for it. I don't shoot them, but I do have some. I I shot a big block Chevrolet with it one day and broke the engine V8 engine block in half. I thought only preppers did that. Make their own ammo? Well, no. Us country folk do it or used to do it. Um, I worked with a lot of law enforcement that reloaded their own ammo because they liked it hot. Um, they liked a heavy green bullet. Some of them did, some of them didn't. Um, I think the theory behind reloading your own bullets, at least from law enforcement was they knew it was going to go off and what it was capable of. Yep, that's right, Lenny. Yep, I'm 100% supporter of it. And my wife carries. My daughter's next. She has a couple pistols. She's 13 years old, and she can lay you down at 150 yards. I got a 500 caliber revolver bear pistol. She shoots it 560 grain bullet. It puts her palm to sleep when she pulls the trigger, but she can handle it. She shoots my 7 millimeter and my 300. That girl can shoot. She's got the eye. Oh yeah, yeah. I raised all my kids. You know, not now. Well, they're all grown, but one. But not now. Back in the '90s, 2000s, you could walk in my house and there was a gun in every corner, and the kids knew what was loaded, what wasn't, which was every gun because I taught them that way. Every unloaded gun was always loaded, and we would have neighborhood kids over, and that would be the topic. As soon as you walk through the door, don't you put your hands on anything that don't belong to you, and especially a firearm, unless my dad takes you out, and. And was I gambling? Probably so, but everybody in the neighborhood knew that when you come over the house, you didn't. It actually wasn't the conversation to have, and it wasn't a show and tell, is what I'm trying to say. And I used to take all the kids hunting and stuff, and they gained a really large respect for weapons that way. And of course, I had some parents that didn't believe in it, but each to their own. Lenny, yes, we were all raised to respect a gun, and we didn't have anything locked up. That's right. Shucks, Lenny, we didn't even lock the house. My parents never locked the house, kept the keys in the car. But if you come in the farm driveway and we didn't know my dad used to joke about it all the time. You may come in, but you ain't leaving unless we know you. But times have changed. We have what is that? Diamondback rattlers here. Oh wow, I'm scared to death of snakes, Mrs. Linda. I am scared to death. Back in the old days, we had guns racks. Yes, I did too in high school. I kept a 870 up in my back window of my '69 Chevrolet pickup. My 10th grade year, right on up. Yep. And then my grandfather gave me 1100, 1967 Remington 1100. And then I put that in there. Yep. Yep. That's why I got in law enforcement. It was we had somebody rob our barn when I was a teenager, and boy, that burnt me up because I had watched my father work so hard for everything we had on the farm, and I knew from that night that the cops had to come and do a report. I knew what I wanted to do, and when I come out of high school, that's exactly what I did. I couldn't do it again now. This day and age is too political. It's not the same. Lenny, oh man, I'm scared to death too. And then we have rattlers all around Northern California mountains and lakes. We're full of them. I would love to go hunting and camping. We just don't have the weather or amazing scenery like that. Oh wow. Well, maybe sometime you get to the states, DSR. That'd be wonderful. If you ever do, look me up. I'll take you camping, hunting. Not that I do it anymore, but I'd do it for you. I'd take you hunting one time. Those were the good old days with great music. Yes, sir. Yep. Yeah. Isn't that Marshall? Isn't that Mr. Ken? It's Ken and his wife, I believe. I can't remember her name. Forgive me. Uh, I think. Yeah, I haven't seen them in a while. Marshall or Janelle. I don't know if they're taking a break or what's going on. But they have a lot of. I've actually saw their Bigfoot walking through the woods. I had a '59 Apache. Wow, wow, RG. My dad has a '54 Chevrolet pickup, 3100. Um, he's had it was his dad's, and we snuck it out of the barn about 10 years ago and had it restored for him. When he first found out that truck wasn't in there, he about lost his mind, and we had to come clean and tell him where it was. He was getting ready to just tear the whole farm up, and he wasn't too keen on the fact that we took his truck to have it redone. Hey, yeah, DSR anytime, brother, anytime. What do you think about that channel? I like that channel, I like what he does, and the energy there is nice. Just from sitting back and watching Ken. Um, I noticed that they have a lot of weather out there, though. I don't know much about Arkansas, but I know that he said that it was hot last year. I think it was last year, and they had a lot of rain, or they get a lot of rain. Oh, I didn't know that, Janelle. Arkansas is your home state. They're still going, I believe so. Yeah, I haven't seen a video probably over a month or two. Are most of your Sasquatch alike, or several? There's several types. Yeah, I follow him, Janelle. Yep, yep. I follow. I've been following him for about a year now. I follow his wife too. I think she has a spiritual channel. She mind speaks with him, and actually, that's how I figured out some of the things that were going on with me. Um, I started watching what was going on and what she was explaining. They are, Mrs. Linda. They are. Yep. I was paying close attention to her, to the wife there for quite some time because I was relating to a lot of what she was going through or explaining or what they were dealing with on the farm as far as some of the messages she was receiving. But again, I didn't know who to talk to about it or, what to do about it because everybody I felt that I would go wanted to talk to about would think I was nuts. You know, and all together. Yes, it does, Marshall. I think you do, Bill, with the computer stuff with them. Yeah, Lenny. Sometimes it'll really get me off guard. It'll catch me to where I've been saying it a lot lately. I get I've been getting worn down. Um, so I'm learning now how to disperse the energy and what to do with my energy and what to use, what not to, what to hold on to, and and what they're trying to tell me mainly, and how they're telling me because I get so many different messages that it like clutters up some days, it gets overwhelming. Yeah, I do, DSR. It's a lot of different things going on at both places. Yep, that's a fact. I always seen the elementals and the little people. I always saw them. I saw them before I seen a Bigfoot, a Sasquatch. Yes, I believe so too, Mrs. Linda. I think they can be the same. You take one Bigfoot, it can come out 10 foot tall, and then the next second it can be 2 foot tall or a foot tall. I just my personal belief. If that's what you're meaning. Yep. I also I also believe that it's just my belief. I believe that there are so many dimensions just in my two places alone that I don't know if we'd ever figure out everything that's going on. Yes, morphing inside. Yep, that's exactly right. Talk about how you are feeling with all of us about how you are feeling and physically when you are out there. Yeah, I'm just learning to, Lenny. I just got to where I feel comfortable doing it, and it's got everything to do with you guys because if it wasn't for you guys making me feel comfortable, having Mrs. Linda and Mr. Carson and RG and I mean every Janelle, Sherry, everybody, Marshall, all of you. If I missed any of you, I'm sorry, but every single one of you have made me feel in place and comfortable, and you've made it so I can. I feel like I want to every time, and I think that has a lot to do with how somebody investigates or researches. It's the energy around them. It just ain't them, you know. Because I vibe off of y'all's energy just as much as my own. Yep. I just wish, like I said earlier, I wish I had done it sooner. I just, but I didn't know who, who do you tell, especially in my line of work. Yes, we are, Mrs. Linda. That's right. So true. Lenny, the one thing I've been thinking about is if you have shared your location on your phone with someone, just for your safety purposes, especially the times you are not packing, Yeah, well, I do put word out where I'm at. There's a couple people that know. I do have a brother that knows all the time where I'm at, and no matter what, out of I could even go to 4 different places. He could be on me within a minute to 2 minutes. So no, I get it, Lenny. I gamble a little bit, I guess. Um, but at my place, I don't feel the need, and I know that's the natural mistake that we all make, because I've been up there to where things changed in a hot second, and it was because I had a troublemaker up there, and I believe it was a dog man. But I haven't had that joker around in a while that I know of. Now he could be back in the hiding in the back watching me, but it's been a while, and now that I've said that, I'll probably run into one. I've only told one person, not even my wife or kids, that I already think I'm crazy. Well, you ain't crazy. I was always told that we're not the ones crazy, it's everyone around us. There is so much more to these beings, and morphing is just one of them. I believe we are tagged by them, and the encounters just keep happening. I believe so, Jordan. Yep, I believe that too. I definitely believe that we're selected. You know, Yep. 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 I think that they help with that, up at my place. I think they keep out the humans and, yep, Mrs. Linda. That's right. That, that type of being I'm worried about for you, Bill. That time you got control type thing is when it started worrying me. Yeah, Lenny. And then I realized, I don't know if you watched that video, it was a couple videos later. I had realized something later on that when I was stuck by that tree, when I was locked up, I had my front of my boots touching the trunk of that tree, that gifting spot. And I realized once I disconnected my feet from the trunk of the tree was when I was able to function. And I got myself together and, I did continue forward, but then I snapped out of it and turned around and got out of there. But yeah, yeah, it was a scary moment for sure. My ears were ringing, my legs got weak. I couldn't think. I didn't know where I was at. It was, and I've always had control of my body. Not one time in my life had I ever experienced anything like that. That's right, Mrs. Linda. I did a protection prayer on my property Sunday, and I'm going to do public land next, where you're talking about, Lenny. Um, Actually, tomorrow Wednesday, I got to look on. I did it on the calendar. I saved it on my calendar on my phone. Food Line's going to have some more roses come in, so I'm gonna get 4 roses and go up there and do the same protection prayer. I don't know if I'm gonna go all the way in the back, but I'm gonna go in as far as I feel comfortable. Yes, it was, Lenny. It was very important. I'm gonna go in tomorrow morning and to my place and check it out, just to feel the mood of things. Hey, Kathy, good to see you. I'm glad you made it on. I'm now convinced they're all over here now that I know they can cloak and morph. Oh yeah, I do believe that there's about a 99% chance that there isn't a piece of land that they're not on. Give Dad, we and Mom a couple of those roads. Okay, I will, Mrs. Linda. You are a strong man for being to pull out of being frozen place. Yeah, it was that was an experience, Jordan. Yep, that's something I'll never forget. And I had my friend on me that day, but I couldn't. I never thought about it. That's how twisted it had me. I was completely hung up. I could not move. Yes, it definitely is DSR. Yep, it's definitely that. Yes, yes, Sasha, I have. That was my first encounter. Was uncloaked. I was hunting. Oh, you have? Okay. All right, Jordan. So you know what I mean. Yeah, the Sasha, the place that I was hunting, um, I actually witnessed a couple different ones after the first incident. Um, that that clan, they lived on the Chesapeake Bay, and where they came from, it was really hard to, get in and out of where they actually stayed. So not a lot of people come in as far as I know, not a lot of people went into their area, or, you know, I was always the type of hunter that I was never satisfied. If there was 5,000 acres, I was going to hunt all 5,000 acres. Did you see the ones in the water the other day? I seen them when I got home. I didn't see them while I was there. DSR. I wish I could cloak Mrs. Linda. I wish I could transport. To know. Yeah, I wish I could try time travel. That'd be awesome. I'd like to go back to my grandfather, great grandfather's time, and work with him on the oyster boat. Turn invisible, Trish. Hey, that's a good idea. Oh man. But look, guys, it's getting a little late. My lovely wife, she wants me to call it the night. It's getting late. Tomorrow morning, 3 o'clock will be here early for her. She rolls out on the bus early. Um, I want Harry Potter's cloak of invisibility. There you go, Mrs. Linda. Listen, I want to say thank you to everyone that's on here tonight that's made it over. You guys are wonderful. You are the the biggest family anybody could ever want. I love you guys, and I'm glad we all got together tonight. We finally all seen each other in one spot. It's the greatest thing. And stay tuned because I will have a camera here in 3 days. I promise you that. If not four, don't shoot me. But I think I've got that taken care of now. And Mrs. Linda, thank you for everything that you brought forward tonight. And I'll uh, I'll be in touch with you. And Janelle, I'm glad that you made it in tonight. DSR, you have a good one, brother. And Lenny, good talking to you. RG, I'll see you. I'll be talking to you. And Jordan, Kathy, if I haven't said your name, please don't hold it against me. But I really enjoyed tonight. You guys take care, and I'll try to do another live in a day or two. Good night, everybody. Thank you all for being so supportive and loving. Hey, here's my son. Hey, Billy. What's going on, Bo? Everybody, that's my son. That's the one I was talking about. I don't know if VA Moon's still on here or not, but that's my oldest boy. He just got accepted in Alexandria Fire Department, paid firefighter. Ain't much, man. I'm just sitting here talking to everybody. Yeah, we've been on here a good hour or better. We've been on here a couple hours, I think. It's all good though. I'll come back on tomorrow night or text me whatever you want to do. All right, guys. Y'all take it easy. Thank y'all. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Keep your eyes open for the next video. Take care. Oh, it just sent you the notification. Wow. Yes, that's right, Lenny. Hit that like button if you guys don't mind. I appreciate it. All right, everybody. Good night. Long Island. I'm sorry. I just called you, LIB. Oh, you're good. I didn't know. I thought you were on here the whole time. I didn't know. Thank you, RG. Thank you both. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and tear her out of here. That way, my wife she can relax a little bit before she goes to bed. All right, brother. I'll see you. I'll be in touch with everyone. I'll keep your eyes open for the videos. Take care.